How to make overnight oatmeal. I tried peanut butter cup, apple pie, and raspberry.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone. First of all, we're going to make the peanut butter cup yogurt. You'll need a container that holds about a cup. These are half pint or 1 cup mason jars. These are perfect size. Put in 6 ounces of vanilla yogurt. Then to that, add a 1/4 cup of quick cooking oats. And I suggest you spoon it in and don't dump it in because it goes all over. But I cleaned it up, so we're okay. After that, give it a stir to incorporate the oats into the yogurt, and then add a tablespoon of peanut butter chips and a tablespoon of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Stir the chips in, throw on the lid and put it in the refrigerator and allow it to sit for at least 8 hours. If you do this the night before, you have your breakfast ready for you in the morning. And now for the apple pie overnight oatmeal. Now this one's a little bit different. I tried a different recipe. That's a 1/4 cup of quick oats, 1/3 cup of skim milk. You add a 1/4 cup of unflavored plain yogurt, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and then about a teaspoon of honey, more or less, depending how sweet you want it to be. If you use vanilla yogurt, you won't have to add the honey because it already has sugar in it. Now you add a 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce. So what I had in the cupboard were these little kind of apple crumble dessert cups. It's like an apple pie filling. I added that instead of the applesauce. I just put enough just so that the jar was full. Then you put the lid on and let it sit in the refrigerator for 8 hours. The last one is a raspberry overnight oatmeal. This one's a little bit different. I used a 1/4 cup of old-fashioned oats, not the instant kind, 1/3 cup of skim milk, and a 1/4 cup of the unsweetened yogurt. I added about a tablespoon of raspberry jam, gave that a stir, and then added in enough fresh raspberries so that it filled the jar almost to the top. Throw on the lid, put it in the refrigerator for 8 hours. So the next morning I decided to do a taste testing. So here's the apple pie overnight oatmeal using the quick oats. And as you can see, this is the texture. It's kind of runny a little bit. Looks delicious. This is the one that just has yogurt and the quick oats. That's the peanut butter cup one. It's quite thick. And then the third recipe, the raspberry, that uses the milk. And this one used the old-fashioned oats instead of the quick oats. This one was a little bit more thick than the apple pie one. Okay, now we'll talk about overall impressions and which one was my favorite. Now, as you can see, when you serve these, you can add a few little extras on top as a garnish, and it makes them look extra delicious, don't you think? Okay, so here we go. General impressions. First one is this raspberry one. This one had the old-fashioned oats in it, and it had the extra milk added. Now, the old-fashioned oats, they do soften up overnight. However, they don't soften up completely, and they stay quite chewy. It wasn't a texture I found pleasing, but if you wanted something nice and chewy in your oatmeal, then this one is the one for you. The raspberry flavor, however, was very nice in this. Next one, this is the apple pie. I used the quick oats in this and the recipe with the added milk. This one tasted amazing. It did taste a lot like apple pie. The oats are nice and soft and kind of a little on the mushy side, like cooked oatmeal. So this one I also liked very much. I found it just a little bit runnier than I would have liked it to be. This one was my favorite one. It was the peanut butter cup overnight oatmeal. It uses the vanilla yogurt, the quick cooking oats, and the 2 kinds of chips. It's nice and thick. The oatmeal gets nice and soft overnight. And of course, it's got the peanut butter and the chocolate chips in there, which made it really, really good. Almost like a dessert rather than a breakfast. If you don't want it to be as thick, you just have to reduce the amount of yogurt and add a little bit of milk to this. And you can kind of experiment until you get the texture that you like the most. Now, as you can imagine, the variations on this are endless, really. You can pair any kind of flavor of yogurt with the quick cooking oats, and you've got an instant breakfast that you can just grab and go. Now, this is cold oatmeal, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I actually like it a lot. It reminded me of when you just kind of throw a handful of granola into a container of yogurt. Kind of the same kind of flavors, except that it's not crunchy, that you have actually soft oatmeal inside the container. You can keep these in the refrigerator for up to 3 days, so you can make 3 days of breakfasts ahead of time And then you just grab one and out the door you go. Hope you give this one a try, and if you have tried, let me know what your favorite flavor is. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I have other breakfast style foods on my channel, including this donut French toast and this breakfast pizza. If you want to see these videos, go ahead and click right on your screen or look for the links in the description box below. Also on your screen will be a link to my breakfast playlist where there's all sorts of yummy breakfast ideas. Hope you check them out. Bye-bye.